I just got back from the gym. Thought that pops up in my head. All support don't end in loyalty. So of course I grabbed my phone, because I know God got something to say. Being close to Jesus don't necessarily mean you trust or agree with him. It don't mean you have faith in him or support him in his word the way he supports you. Just like how everybody you're close with don't always support you. Just because you always have their back don't mean they're gonna always have yours. The majority of Christians always say I'm a follower of Christ. But what does that saying really prove? Because Judas followed Christ too. He was close to him. Judas heard the preaching of the word. He witnessed the miracles and the healings and still betrayed Jesus for some money. It's some of y'all right now in places where things aren't that bad. Life ain't in jeopardy. You're not starving. I mean, you face hard times, but nothing hard enough to where you feel like you'll ever deny Jesus. You feel like you'd never be a Judas. But guess what? Peter wasn't a Judas either. He loved God too. He said, I would never deny you, Lord. And Jesus told him, well, before the cock crows, you would have already done it 3 times. God said things are going to happen in these last days where you're going to have to really remain watchful. You're going to have to stay in faith because there's already been so many people who were hungry that sold their souls just to eat. People who were close to Jesus, just like Judas, but got to a place where they desired more than what God was providing. So they turned them in. It may even get to a point where you will be threatened for spreading the word, pointed out and accused like Peter for righteousness' sake. And when you're pushed in the corner, some people will get the urge to deny ever being in his presence, deny ever being filled with his spirit, to get food, to stay safe, to save your own life. But remember what Matthew 16:25 said, for whoever want to save their life will lose it. And Psalms 22:29 says, no man can keep alive his own soul. In these times to come, the same way people are going to be denying Christ to save themselves, God's chosen group, it's going to be people who support and follow y'all too. People who's supporting and following y'all now, who's not going to end the way they began because of the hedge of protection over you. Because of God's covering, some of those Judases are going to become jealous and envious. And when times get tough, especially for them, because those Judases have wavering faith. And we all know what James 1:6 says. Wavering faith is like the waves of the sea. The winds toss it to and fro. Like how when y'all call somebody sometime, some days they like you, some days they don't. They got this in and out spirit. We're in the last days, y'all. And when that very hard time comes, God gonna continue to feed his children. And being around people who's hungry for what you have, for the right price, they'll sell you out. See, Jesus was perfect. He knew how to handle Judas. He didn't retaliate. He was holy and righteous enough to allow it to happen, because it was the Father's plan anyway. But us as human beings, if we keep these Judases around, get betrayed to where our life is on the line, we too could easily become Judases ourselves, turning our back on God in an attempt to save it. God said this is the time we got to stay vigilant, because all support don't end in loyalty. And always being surrounded by support that's not loyal will eventually interfere with your loyalty to God. Y'all be blessed.